The Wisdom Podcast is birthed out of the Wisdom blog, a digital healing hub of inspired consciousness, sacred wisdom, and the divine teachings of authentic power, living one's truth, and spiritual, or as we call it, unconditional love. Many of the topics that we cover arise out of my work with clients who have chosen to live their life from a place of self-honesty and truth. And in doing so, they quite naturally began the journey inward, recognizing their authentic self and their capacity for being love, and choosing to live as this in all moments. This is what makes it possible to experience authentic happiness easily. Each episode offers divinely inspired teachings and insight that will show you how to live consciously aware, to access your inner wisdom, and to help you make the best choices towards living a limitless potential. Join me for consciously inspired truth, divine wisdom, and new thought paradigms for living an infinitely abundant and love-filled life, here and now. This episode of the Wisdom Podcast is dedicated to all of the healthcare workers and their families, as they have made many sacrifices, as they may have needed to be separated from their loved ones, and as they have needed to rely on extended family for support and caregiving of their children. May we take a moment now to send our love and gratitude to all of the people who are providing care and medical treatment all over the world for this coronavirus, and for their families who continue to support them in their efforts. Thank you. As you are home with your children, as you are social distancing, that is, avoiding as much as possible all contact with others who do not live in your home. And as some of you have been self-isolating in quarantine after testing positive for COVID-19, these next couple of weeks in front of you remain a challenge for as long as you focus on what is lacking. When you shift your consciousness into one of acceptance, forgiveness for what you have limited control over, compassion, loving kindness, and of course, gratitude, you have chosen to embrace where you are in this moment. Where you are is not of needing anything except to exist as kindness, compassion, and love in action. As you are together with your family at home, consider this time as one of immense blessing. You raise your level of consciousness by first being aware, mindful of what your family dynamics look like. Are you all interacting in harmony? Is there a sense of ease and enjoyment when you are all together and in the present moment for whatever activities you may be doing? And even as each member of the family may be enjoying different things, are you coexisting with enjoyment of one another? If not, what can you do to practice acceptance, inclusivity, and connection? This time is an opportunity for all of you to find each other, to learn and know one another in ways that you have not, or in ways that are new and different. I'd like to give you 3 questions. You can use these as points of conversation with your family unit at home. If your children are a little older, invite them into this conversation. Listen to their answers. Let yourselves have a dialogue as equal members of this beautiful family that you are. You can open this dialogue as you speak with or have video calls with extended family members. The choice is up to you how you may engage in this incredible new way of being, of building connection, of deepening the expression of love felt amongst everyone. There are 3 questions. You may have others. You may allow your children to open up this honest, sacred dialogue, to ask you a question, or for you to ask of them. Remember to honor every person's intimate right to privacy, and ask with love and the desire to build and strengthen your existing relationship. Something else that families may do during this time is to reestablish new practices and ways of being with each other. For example, honoring time as a family to engage with one another every day, or to have a meal or to cook together, and to decide and uphold new ways of being that honor each person's right to receive kindness, love, to listen attentively when they speak, to seek understanding first, and to offer encouragement and love above all else for all situations. You have been given this gift of time to be together in a most unusual but perfect way that you may never experience again. You must make this time sacred and loving if you are all to flourish and to emerge stronger, closer, more in tune with one another's needs and desires, and to know and understand each other better. Here are the 3 questions to ask, to share thoughts and impressions, to hold as points of conversation as you engage with your heart. The first, how can I be more loving? As a parent, as a child, a sibling, a grandparent, ask this of yourself aloud in the presence of your family, and then answer it for them. Second, what do you need more of from me? Take turns asking this of each other and allowing for honest, candid answers that all of you listen to without a word in reply. Just take in the answers you receive, accepting them as they are. And wherever possible, record your answers from each family member so that you may reflect upon how you may do this. Truly receiving an answer means that you do not question or challenge it, or offer a reason why you cannot do this. You just take in what response is given to you with acceptance and willingness to listen, to allow the other person to feel heard. And third, what am I grateful for right now? This question reminds us of all of the good that exists. Be even more observant of this during this time, and allow yourself to speak of your gratitude often. And finally, a word for all of you who have family members in parts of the world where it is very unsafe at this time. Perhaps you have family members infected or who have passed because of this virus. Do something. Send them your love. It does not change what has already happened, but it does keep them in comfort, knowing of your thoughts and prayers and of your generous love of them. That is most important right now. Of course, you already are doing what else you can for them, but be most deliberate and clear of your ongoing messages of love that they need to hear now. Would you like to hear some of the answers to the 3 questions that I am giving you? If you are comfortable to do so, please share some of these profoundly honest and heartfelt answers so that others too may hear of their benefit. I thank you all for being willing to make wise use of this time that you have, your life paused, to embrace connection and to love deeply, and to carry this new way of being into the rest of your life. Thank you so much for listening. This is Dorothy. If you would like my help, or if you have any questions for me, please reach out. You can best find me at dorothyratusny.com. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of the Wisdom Podcast. To hear more, please check out the other episodes here, and then join me at dorothyratusny.com, where you can share your questions and feedback from this or any episode with me, and where you'll also find the Wisdom blog, the inspiration for this podcast, the latest online courses that I teach, my YouTube videos, an extensive library of free guided meditations for you to experience and enjoy, plus other special offerings of love. Please also visit me on social media and say hello. Allow yourself to go within, to access your inner wisdom, and to live this. Awaken your authentic power, live your truth, and be love. This is Dorothy. Namaste.